Hi, Willow. Hi, Harley. How are you guys? Thank you so much for taking the time.
Hey, hello.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for
Of
having us.
course. Of course. Look, number one, just to lead things off, congratulations on all the success. It's been awesome to see AEW thrive. I feel like AEW's had such a great year. And also, especially the women's division, because it was always talented. And it was something that fans have always kind of rallied around. But I feel like this year, especially, it's really getting the showcase on TV, on pay-per-views, and obviously one of the things we're going to talk about, the new women's tag team championships
Yeah.
Hell
making their
yeah!
debut. So yes, tons of praise is warranted, but on y'all's front, my text is slipping in there. Apologies. My on y'all's front, how are how are you feeling about number one, not just these titles, but just I feel like the women's division really being able to flourish and get a spotlight. How have you guys felt about that this year?
I mean, yeah.
Danny, you want to take it first?
Yeah, wait, scissors, paper, rock. Ready and tell me what you got.
I got scissors. Oh wait, I think it was. You know what? You can just start, love.
The best thing about Willow and I is I'm like, we're so similar in the same way that this will never end well. We'll be like, you go. It's been awesome. This year has been, I think, definitely a breakthrough year for the women's division, and there's been so many new faces from different places around the world, so many different talent bringing so much to the locker room, and everything feels like it's thriving, and it's such a great time to have the opportunity to have the tag tournament, obviously, in the first ever women's tag belt's going to be, oh, sorry, my dog's next to me just coughing. But yeah, it's a very exciting time for us, that's for sure. And I'm very excited to be teaming with Willow. I'm over the moon.
As I feel about you, I'm so excited to be tagging with Harley. I think when you look at AEW as a whole, in the grand scheme of like professional wrestling, like we're a fresh fetus in this,
Yeah.
we've been around like 6 years, but we're still like getting our bearings. And women's wrestling, obviously, even though it's always had a place from the get-go, to kind of reach our own like full development is something that is taking time and progress. And I'm so happy that like from the time that they did the tag team tournament for like those, what were they, medals? Years ago to now having like full-fledged championships is just so amazing to be a part of it. And I feel like, it's something that could have been thrown at us years ago and it would have been like, in theory, nice to have, but we have the depth, we have like the talent to really back it up and warrant it. And I'm proud to be tagging with someone as talented and hardworking and wonderful as Harley, to try and get them around our waist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And right back at you.
Now, I know there was some brainstorming, and obviously people have their own suggestions of names online and things like that. Is Babes of Wrath the official? Is that the official name?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
okay,
The
awesome.
Babes of Wrath.
With the TK approval and all.
Yes. Green light.
Nice. Amazing. Such a great name. And also too, you guys have interacted on TV quite a bit. And obviously, you're friends in real life and everything. But now, obviously, and you've both been involved in tag teams previously as well. So for this though, how's it been being able to actually like tag together and be able to not even just tag together, in any match would be cool, but the fact that you are doing it to possibly become the first women's tag team champions. What has that been like? Has there been a kind of a feeling out process of like, hey, we obviously interact all the time outside the ring, but now we're kind of teaming up together and all that entails?
Yeah.
For
It's
sure.
funny. I text Willow the other night actually because my first ever match in any capacity in AEW was against Willow at AEW Dark. And it's funny
Nice.
because I still have a message from like when we had that first match, and I'm so sorry. My dog is a little pig. Stop. I have bulldogs and they are very naughty. She's like, look at me. I will say it's funny looking back and thinking if like it's surreal. Like that was my first ever match, and Willow from day one was so kind and wonderful to me, and she carried me through that first encounter I ever had in AEW. And I messaged her the other night, and I said it's so like heartwarming because I felt like I've grown in this company so much with you being this focal point. Like you were my first ever introduction, my first match. And then we had matches against each other as the years continued. And then to be together now in this moment, it feels very, I don't know, it feels very special to me. And it feels like this crazy, beautiful full circle thing happening.
One of the things that I'm really enjoying, one, yes, I think that's so lovely and heartwarming and wonderful. When you sent that to me, I was like, look. Also, my mom had the chance to meet Harley the other day and was like immediately won over, like swooning. So that was wonderful for like not just us to like further our bond, but also like kind of get our people like in on one another. But I think you will see, like, as fans looking in at the matches we've had so far, because, the tailgate for the pay-per-view the other day, that was our first, like, official tag. Like, we've done a few, like, 8-womans and, like, things like that together where we're on the same side. But that was our first time being like, we are a united front and it's you and me and me and you.
Yeah.
And I think we have, like, chemistry and we're on the same page. But even from like that to that 4-way like tag we did on Dynamite this past week, you'll see our growth in the way that we're like getting on the same page more and more. And we've spoken and, we've got ideas that we want to show everybody. So I think as this tournament goes on, because we're planning on going all the way. So
Yeah.
throughout the whole tournament, you're going to see exactly how much we grow. And it's just exciting.
It is, yeah. I think we're already, it's funny, a few people have actually said to us, they're like, for a new team, you guys have a rhythm to you, and I believe it, and I think that we're going in very confident.
Hell yeah.
I mean, honestly, you feel like you've been a tag for years. Just seeing like the way you guys interact on TV and everything and on social media and all that. It was just like if you had told somebody coming in, oh no, this is like their second time, and people like, huh? Like that's crazy. Also, tag finishers being dreamed up, thought of.
Well, let's just say we have a lot of good stuff up our sleeve, and we have been brainstorming and working hard. And I feel I have a good gut feeling that you guys are going to see more and more. I believe in us, Willow.
Hard same.
And it's funny because Harley, watching your evolution in AEW and all of the things that you have done and just made impact on storylines, backstage segments, all those things, in addition to in the ring, has been amazing. But at this point, I have to give you immense credit because I cannot separate Mercedes Moné from Mini Monet anymore. They exist like I can't think of Mercedes without thinking of Mini Monet. They are forever linked.
They are forever bonded.
They're forever. It'll be 10 years from now. I go, oh, you remember that Mini Monet story? And I don't, that might upset her. But
I think she has a deep down soft spot for her, and I think maybe she's a little jealous of her. She's got really cute gear. Maybe she's like, I want that gear. Why didn't I think of that first?
Can the mini CEO dance be topped? I don't think so. I don't think anyone can top that.
Give it a go. You should try.
Yeah. Did you see Renee doing it the other night? Renee was doing a fantastic job the other night of it. Really shaking those hips.
No, I feel like this household should try. We should record a CEO dance. That'd be fun. We should do that.
I have
be like a live reaction.
In my
I'm about
phone
to get panned.
Of people in the locker rooms and like backstage doing the dance. I have a collection that you people don't even know about. Yeah.
It's like blackmail material for later on. I have a question. Is there a design for a mini Willow somewhere on some
Oh my God.
on some pad of paper?
You never know. I feel like the possibilities are endless with us two together.
Have you ever seen that TikTok trend where people like invite their friends over and they make construction paper portraits of one another?
Wait, no, I haven't.
Well, it's really cool, like the stuff that people come up with, but you and I should do that with puppets.
I feel like that's a done deal. I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
yes, please.
My dog tonight was like, I am going to be savage and just went crazy.
Absolutely fine. Look, you can't control. My cat has wrecked multiple interviews. He's pulled the plug out from like unplugged my entire computer during a live stream.
I've had the
before.
same thing happen, so I locked my cats out today. I was like, sorry, guys.
Yeah, totally understand. I know I need to let you guys go soon, but one thing obviously is that for kind of a year of firsts, if you're going to have the women's tag team champions, it's also a fitting year to be doing the first ever women's blood and guts. That's pretty huge unto itself. And
Yes.
you guys obviously have connections to multiple people that have already kind of been swirling around that concept. What would it mean to be involved in that as well to cap out what seems like a banner 2025?
For me, um, I have earlier this year, I was one of the first women in the Anarchy in the Arena match. I think one of the matches that I'm best known for is like this crazy Chicago street fight that I had last year with Stat. Um, Even in terms of like the tag team street fights that we've done in the division, I've been in a handful of those. And I really think that that style is kind of a part of the identity of the women's division in AEW. It's like obviously we have these beautiful, talented women, but I think the like grit and the aggressive side of us married to that really like makes us what we are. And if I am, cool enough to be included in the first Blood and Guts, I would be so honored. And if I could have Harley by my side doing that, that would
Yeah.
be even better.
100%. I've had
The
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry, you go. Oh no, I was going to say I've had a few tastes of them myself, which has been exhilarating and not always ending well, as I'm sure you saw. Megasis busted my face open on a staircase. So let's just say I have a little bit of sought after revenge in my back pocket. I don't know when it'll happen, but hey, maybe this is my chance to get a little bit of revenge. Maybe it's later down the track, but I feel like I've had obviously a little bit of experience with it now, and once you have a taste for it, it's you get bitten by the bug. They become addicting.
Yeah, and look, I mean, it kind of writes itself, right? It'd be pretty cool stuff. Great year. I cannot let you guys go without talking something that look, we're comic book. Comics right up are in our bag, and I was so over the moon when I saw DC and AEW doing a
Yeah.
crossover. You guys have crossed over before with some really cool covers and kind of mini stories, but this is a full blown two-part crossover event. That's amazing seeing some of the big names from AEW next to some of the icons of DC. Pretty cool. Willow, I know it kind of got announced at NYCC that you're teaming up with Wonder Woman in the book, which
Yeah.
is pretty sick.
So
And
cool.
and Harley. I mean, I feel like there's already people online that are like, hey, we got threw out a bunch of names. I know Orange Cassidy kind of took Harley,
Yeah.
which seemed like, come on.
When he said that, I was like, come on, Orange. Let's talk about this.
Side eye. There's a lot of side eye there. Come on. Uh, but what's that? I mean, look, that's got to be a cool thing. And also, DC is going to be presenting Full Gear, and that comes full circle. That's a really surreal thing that not everyone gets to kind of be in the middle of. What's that like? And have you had a chance to see anything from it? What do you think of yourself standing next to these DC heroes?
Oh, I mean, for at Comic Con when we did the announcement, the reveal, we had like a little preview. So I have a preview of the comic, but I haven't seen the full thing at all. I think there's a lot of wrestling like check marks that you kind of make for yourself, like my first action figure, which was really cool to have happen earlier this year. Your first championship, I think this is one that I could have never even foreseen happening. This is like one of those things that goes absolutely beyond, and to have a partnership like this is so awesome. And I hope that it only grows. And we could get Harley to obviously have that very obvious connection with another Harley would be very cool in the future. And I also want to shout out Steve Orlando, who was one of the writers, I think the head writer on that. I met him like years ago at an indie show in Rhode Island, and to see, somebody who had supported me when I was much smaller in terms of like my platform to now have me in a DC comic is nuts. So that is so cool on a personal level, but also just like for the whole company, it's an exciting thing to have happen.
No, absolutely. And you mentioned action figure there, and I've already seen there is obviously demand for a Harley action figure because people are like customizing their own, like making their own Harley Cameron action figures. I'm just saying this is from us to AEW. Come on, let's get that in the showcase pipeline.
You know what? While you guys are all waiting, I think she has not one but two micro brawlers out there. Is that
True,
right?
she does.
I do have micro brawlers. We're getting there. We're starting with the little ones. We're growing to the big one maybe one day.
There it is.
Amazing. And of course, look, there's so much crossover right now. I feel like, AEW and DC are doing so much. And DC is obviously doing their big theatrical thing. They've had Superman, Supergirl's coming, Lanterns, all these fun things in Hollywood. For you two, is there any want to kind of, over the next year or so, expand, step into some live action crossover on a favorite series or franchise? Doesn't have to be DC, can be anything. What's at the top of the mind there? Dream scenario.
Oh gosh, Willow, you go first.
Honestly, for me, when I think about like crossover stuff, I feel like so many wrestlers kind of like zig towards like the actiony kind of things. I feel like I would be a complete zag. I'm like, get me hosting like a House Hunters on HGTV, or like
Yes.
give me. I want to host like a competition about like people sewing. Like if there was like a cosplay kind of like
Oh, hell yeah.
show, I want to host that. I want to be a judge on that, or like judge on RuPaul's Drag Race. Like I want to do that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I like
Brilliant.
that. But see, I'm the same as you. I feel like I'd want to do something out of the norm, or maybe there's going to be a new breakout in puppets coming. Maybe there's a new show.
There it is.
You never know what could happen. I love all forms of entertainment, and I love to laugh, make people laugh. So anything that I can giggle at is always fun.
Absolutely. Now, I know I need to let you go. So last one for me. And this one is from my daughter, because my daughter's 5, and she is fully immersed in wrestling. We've been to shows. She watches things on a regular basis. And so when she saw a video up and I was talking to you guys, so she wanted to get a question in. So this is from Ember. If she's really into LOLs, which you can probably see an LOL doll somewhere in my background, that's hers.
Yeah.
What were you into most when you were kids?
I really liked Bratz dolls. I liked
Nice.
Polly Pockets and Playmobil.
Yeah. Covered the gamut.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh gosh, I was weird. Me and my brother used to play outdoors a lot. We didn't have a lot of toys and stuff. Like we grew up in this little country town. We used to play a game outside called Lost in the Bushes. And we used to walk out the front and sit on the grass and go, well, we're lost. And we're in the bushes. And then we'd pretend we were lost in the bushes. And that was like the majority of my childhood, was playing outdoors. I did like watching Pokemon. I was a big Pokemon gal. But it was a lot of that and a lot of outdoor. My mum was like, get outside and play in the fresh garden.
That's beautiful.
That's fantastic. I can't think of a more on-brand answer. I'm just gonna say that. That's
Well, we're lost.
We're lost and we're in the bushes. My brother's going to be watching this, be like, yes, we were lost many times.
amazing. Well, look, all the best success on what's coming. Look, I would love to get to talk to y'all at some point down the road with some newly won gold over the shoulder.
Yes.
And,
Hell yeah.
you'll be getting our support from here. Wish you all the best and cannot wait to see what else 2025 and 2026 has in store for you. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for
Thank
having me.
you.